There comes a moment in every life when the road gets steep, when the night feels endless, when your strength is gone and the voice inside whispers, give up. But I'm here to tell you today, don't you dare listen. Some of you are tired. Some of you are hurting. Some of you are hurting. Some of you feel like the weight on your shoulders is just too heavy to carry another step. But what if I told you this is where the fight is won? What if I told you that just beyond this struggle, just past this pain, lies the victory you've been praying for? You were made for this. Every tear, every setback, every time you wanted to quit but chose to keep going, it's shaping you. It's preparing you. It's building in you a strength that cannot be broken. You've been there. That moment when your body screams stop, when your mind tells you you can't, when everything in you wants to quit. Maybe it's a dream that feels too far away, a battle that's lasted too long, a mountain that seems impossible to climb. But let me tell you something, right there in that very moment is where greatness is decided. Perseverance isn't just about moving forward when the sun is shining and the wind is at your back. No, real perseverance, the kind that changes lives, happens in the dark. It's that extra step when your legs are shaking. It's that one more try after failure knocks you down. It's the stubborn refusal to let go, even when everything says it's time to walk away. Think about a seed buried in the ground. It doesn't see the sun. It doesn't feel the rain. All it knows is pressure, darkness, the weight of the earth pressing down. But that seed doesn't quit. It pushes, it strains, it fights, until one day it breaks through, and what was once buried in dirt becomes a towering tree, unshakable, unbreakable. That's you right now. Maybe you feel buried. Maybe the weight is crushing, but inside you is a strength you haven't even tapped into yet. Inside you is a fighter, a believer, a conqueror, just waiting to break through. I've seen people who were told they'd never walk again take their first steps. I've seen dreamers who were laughed at build empires from nothing. I've seen broken hearts love again, lost souls find hope again, and weary warriors rise again. How? Because somewhere deep down they made a choice. They refused to stay down. There's a fire inside you that failure can't extinguish. There's a voice inside you that doubt can't silence. And there's a God above you who hasn't brought you this far to leave you. So when the pain comes, when the road gets long, when the night feels endless, remember why you started. Remember who you are. Remember what's waiting for you on the other side of this fight. You were never meant to live a small life. You were never meant to surrender to the struggle. You were built for more strength, more courage, more victory than you've ever imagined. So when the world says give up, you say watch me. When the enemy says it's over, you say it's just beginning. Because here's the truth. Every great story ever written, every triumph ever celebrated, every life ever changed, started with someone who chose to keep going. And that someone is you. So take that step. Fight that fight. Hold on just a little longer. The world needs your strength. The people around you need your courage. And you need to see just how far you can go when you refuse to quit. Perseverance isn't just a word. It's the anthem of the unstoppable. And today that anthem is yours. Keep going. So when your legs tremble, force yourself to stand. When your heart doubts, force yourself to believe. When the world says it's over, you dig deep and say, no, it's just beginning. Because the greatest moments of your life aren't born in comfort, they're forged in the fire of perseverance. So rise up, press on, force yourself to keep going. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Let me ask you something. When do muscles grow strongest? Is it when you're resting? Is it when life is easy? No, they grow when they're stretched, when they're pushed, when they're tested to their absolute limit. And friend, that's exactly what's happening to you right now. Your struggle is not your enemy. Your pain is not your downfall. That battle you're fighting, it's not here to break you. It's here to build you. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment you feel like you can't take another step, that's not the end of your story. That's the raw material of your greatest comeback. Think about a diamond. Do you know how it's formed? Under crushing pressure. In total darkness. For years, sometimes centuries, it endures forces that would shatter anything weaker. But when it finally emerges, it's unbreakable. It's brilliant. It's priceless. That's you. Right now in this struggle, you're being shaped into something stronger than you ever imagined. That problem that feels like it's crushing you. It's polishing you. That disappointment that cut you deep. It's teaching you. That mountain in front of you, it's preparing you for heights you've never seen before. I've watched people in hospital beds find a faith stronger than their sickness. I've seen single parents working 3 jobs somehow raise world changers. I've stood with broken-hearted warriors who should have given up but didn't, and lived to see days brighter than they ever dreamed. How? Because they understood this one unshakable truth. The struggle is where the miracle happens. Maybe today you're tired. Maybe you're asking, how much longer? Maybe the voices in your head are whispering, it's not worth it. But I need you to hear this. What you're going through isn't wasting you. It's preparing you. That thing you think is destroying you, it's actually equipping you. For what? For something so much greater than you can see right now. Remember this. The darkest night produces the brightest stars. The fiercest storms create the toughest sailors. And the hardest trials forge the strongest souls. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. You're not being buried, you're being planted. And when your breakthrough comes, and it will come, you'll look back and realize every struggle, every tear, every moment of doubt was actually God positioning you for a victory so big you couldn't have handled it before now. So stand up straight, warrior. Wipe those tears. Square those shoulders. That weight you're carrying, it's not too heavy. It's just making you stronger. That battle you're fighting, you're not losing, you're learning. That dream that seems delayed, it's not denied. It's being perfected. Because here's what I know about you. You've got more fight in you than you think. More courage than you feel. Because on the other side of this, you won't just be the same person who walked in. You'll be wiser, stronger, braver, more powerful than ever before. The world needs what this struggle is building in you. Your family needs the strength you're gaining. Your future self needs the lessons you're learning. So don't run from it. Don't resent it. Let it shape you. Let it grow you. Let it prepare you for the incredible destiny that's coming. Because one day, maybe sooner than you think, you'll look back at this moment and say, that's when everything changed. That's when I became who I was meant to be. And friend, that day is worth every tear, every prayer, every ounce of strength it's taking to get there. So keep going, keep growing, keep believing. Your struggle isn't the end, it's the making of something magnificent, and that something is you. There's a war raging inside you right now. 2 voices are battling for control of your heart. One whispers, what if you fail? The other declares, what if you fly? One paralyzes you with images of worst-case scenarios. The other propels you toward unseen possibilities. Today I'm here to tell you, it's time to silence fear and awaken faith. Fear is a liar. It magnifies your obstacles and minimizes your potential. It replays your past failures on loop but erases all your victories. It shouts about everything that could go wrong but stays silent about everything that could go miraculously right. But faith sees the invisible. Faith believes the impossible. Faith grabs hold of promises not yet fulfilled and says, this is mine. Think about David standing before Goliath. The fear in that moment wasn't just in David's heart. It was in the entire Israelite army, trembling behind him. But David didn't see a giant too big to hit. He saw a target too big to miss. He didn't focus on the size of the warrior. He remembered the strength of his God. And with one stone of faith, he changed history. That same power lives in you. That same unstoppable belief can rise up in your spirit today. Whatever your Goliath is, whether it's financial stress, health battles, broken relationships, or dreams that seem out of reach, it's not too big for your God. That mountain in your path? Faith doesn't see an obstacle. It sees an opportunity for God to move in ways that will leave you speechless. I've watched cancer patients stand on faith when doctors gave them no hope and live to tell the miracle. I've seen addicts shackled for decades break free in an instant when faith ignited their hearts. I've witnessed bankrupt entrepreneurs give their last dollar to God's work, only to see doors swing open that no man could shut. What made the difference? They chose to feed their faith and starve their fear. Right now, your circumstances might be screaming game over, but faith whispers new beginnings. The world might say you're finished, but God says you're just getting started. Your bank account might say not enough, but heaven's ledger says more than you need. The medical report might say no cure, but the great physician says, by my stripes you're healed. This is your moment to decide, will you listen to the lies of fear or the truth of faith? Will you focus on the storm around you or the Savior walking toward you on the waves? Will you magnify your problems or your provider? The choice you make in this critical hour will determine whether you merely survive this season or absolutely thrive through it. Faith isn't pretending the struggle doesn't exist. Real faith looks the storm dead in the eye and says, "My God is bigger." It's not the absence of fear. It's the courage to keep moving despite it, to not knowing how God will come through. It's being absolutely certain that He will. Maybe today you feel like Peter stepping out of the boat, terrified of sinking but desperate to walk on water. Here's the beautiful truth. When your faith falters, His grip never will. When your knees shake, His foundation stands firm. When your vision gets blurry, His plans remain perfect. So take that step, make that call, start that business, apply for that school, fight for that marriage, believe for that healing. Your faith isn't foolish. It's the most powerful force on earth. It's the currency of heaven. It's the key that unlocks doors no man can open and breaks chains no man can loosen. Remember, every miracle in history began with someone choosing faith over fear. The Red Sea didn't part until Moses lifted his staff. The walls of Jericho didn't fall until the Israelites marched. The loaves and fish didn't multiply until the disciples distributed them. Your breakthrough won't happen until you activate your faith. Today, I challenge you. Speak to your mountain before it speaks to you. Declare God's promises before the enemy whispers his lies. Your words have power. Faith has authority. That situation that looks dead, command it to live. That door that appears shut, approach it like it's already open. That dream that seems impossible, prepare like it's inevitable. Because here's what I know about you. You weren't created to cower in fear's shadow. You were born to walk in faith's fullness. That giant in your path isn't there to defeat you. It's there to demonstrate God's power through you. This trial isn't meant to break you. It's meant to reveal the unshakable strength faith has built in you. So rise up, believer. Shake off the doubt. Silence the what-ifs. Your God didn't bring you this far to abandon you now. That promise He gave you, it's still good. That calling He placed in you, it's still alive. That future He planned for you, it's still coming. The world needs your faith. Your family needs your courage. Your destiny demands your boldness. So take a deep breath, square your shoulders, and step into this day not with fearful hesitation, but with fiery faith. Because the same God who parted seas, toppled giants, and raised the dead is alive in you today, and He's just getting started. Your greatest victories aren't behind you. They're ahead of you, and they begin the moment you choose faith over fear. There comes a defining moment in every battle when your arms grow heavy, when your breath comes ragged, when the enemy seems to have the upper hand. This is the moment that separates warriors from spectators. This is where you must plant your feet, square your shoulders, and declare with everything in you. No retreat, no surrender. Life has a way of testing our resolve. Just when you think you've caught your breath, another wave comes crashing down. Just when you see daylight, another storm rolls in. The easy thing, the expected thing, would be to raise the white flag, to accept defeat, to let the world write your story for you. But you're not made for easy. You're made for endurance. You're forged in the fires of adversity, tempered by trials and hardened by hardship. And that makes you dangerous to every force that would try to stop you. Think about a boxer in the ring. The crowd roars when he lands a punch, but the real test comes when he takes one. When his legs wobble, when his vision blurs, when the referee starts counting. That's the moment that reveals his true character. Will he stay down, or will he dig deep, find that last ounce of strength and rise to fight again? That's you right now. Maybe life has hit you hard. Maybe you're bruised, battered, and bloody. Maybe the world is counting you out. But inside you, buried deep beneath the pain, beneath the doubt, beneath the exhaustion, is an unbreakable spirit, a fighter's heart, a refusal to quit that defies all logic and reason. I've seen single mothers working 2 jobs who refuse to let poverty steal their children's future. I've watched cancer patients endure round after round of treatment with a smile that shames the devil. I've stood with entrepreneurs who faced bankruptcy after bankruptcy only to build empires from their ashes. What made the difference? They reached a point where going back wasn't an option, so they pushed forward with everything they had. Your setbacks are not your identity. That failure doesn't define you. That rejection doesn't determine your worth. That loss doesn't get the final say. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become in spite of it. Every great comeback story begins with someone staring defeat in the face and whispering, "Not today." Maybe right now you're tired. Maybe you're questioning whether it's worth it. Maybe the voices in your head are louder than the fire in your heart. But I need you to hear this. The world needs your stubborn refusal to quit. Your children need to see what resilience looks like. Your friends need to witness real courage. Your dreams are counting on you to take one more step when everything in you wants to sit down. This is your moment to dig in, to double down, to decide once and for all that you will not be moved, that you will not be shaken, that you will not be denied. The road may be long, but every step forward is a victory. The night may be dark, but every hour endured brings you closer to dawn. The battle may be fierce, but every blow you withstand makes you stronger for what's ahead. History isn't made by those who had it easy. Legends aren't born in comfort zones. The greatest stories ever told are written by ordinary people who faced extraordinary odds and said, "I will not back down." The Wright brothers didn't just wake up one day and invent the airplane. They crashed over and over until they flew. Thomas Edison didn't fail 1,000 times. He discovered 1,000 ways that didn't work until he found the one that did. You are part of that same lineage. That same unstoppable spirit runs through your veins. That same refusal to accept defeat pulses in your heart. The question isn't whether you'll face setbacks. The question is what you'll do when they come. Will you let them break you, or will you let them build you? So tighten your grip. Set your jaw. Lock your eyes on the horizon. That mountain in front of you isn't there to stop you. It's there to prove what you're made of. That opposition you're facing isn't a sign to quit. It's confirmation that what's on the other side is worth fighting for. No retreat means no looking back. No surrender means no giving in. No matter how many times you get knocked down, you will rise again. No matter how many doors slam shut, you'll keep knocking. No matter how many people doubt you, you'll keep believing. Because quitters never win, and winners never quit. And you were born to win. The fire inside you is stronger than any obstacle in front of you. The dream in your heart is bigger than any failure in your past. The purpose in your spirit is more powerful than any pain you've endured. So stand up, warrior. Wipe the blood from your brow. Catch your breath. And get ready. Because your greatest victory is waiting just beyond this fight. They'll tell you it's impossible. Prove them wrong. They'll say you can't. Show them you can. They'll count you out. Rise up and remind them who you are. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your fight. And when the dust settles, they won't remember how hard you got hit. They'll remember that you refused to stay down. No retreat. No surrender. Not now. Not ever. The world is waiting to see what happens when you decide enough is enough. When you stop accepting defeat and start demanding victory. So what are you waiting for? The bell has rung. The fight is on, and destiny is calling your name. Answer the call. Right now, in this moment, your victory is closer than you think. That dream you've been chasing, it's not some distant fantasy. It's waiting for you just up ahead. That burden you've been carrying, you're almost to the place where you can lay it down. That race you've been running, the finish line is in sight, even if you can't see it yet. Every great journey has that critical moment, when your legs burn, when your lungs scream for air, when every fiber of your being wants to stop. But this is exactly where champions are made. This is where ordinary people become extraordinary. This is where you dig deep and discover that you've got more in you than you ever imagined. Think about a marathon runner at mile 23. The crowd's cheers fade into background noise. The pain becomes all-consuming. The voice of doubt shouts louder than ever. But then something incredible happens. The runner remembers why they started. They see flashes of every early morning training session. They hear the echoes of loved ones believing in them. They feel the promise of that finish line getting closer with every agonizing step. That's you right now. You're in the hardest stretch of your race. The newness of the starting line is gone. The excitement of the crowd has faded. All that's left is you, your willpower, and that invisible force pulling you forward. But here's what you need to know. Every painful step is taking you closer. Every drop of sweat is writing your victory story. Every time you choose to keep going when everything says stop, you're proving to yourself what you're truly made of. I've watched cancer patients endure their final round of chemo when their bodies had nothing left to give, only to ring that remission bell with tears of triumph. I've seen students pore over textbooks night after night when their eyes burned with exhaustion, only to walk across that graduation stage with honors. I've stood with entrepreneurs on the brink of collapse who made one more call, sent one more email, tried one more idea, only to break through to success they'd stopped daring to dream about. What made the difference? They understood the power of keeping their eyes on the finish line. Hatsuai. When the pain came, they didn't focus on how much it hurt. They focused on how far they'd come. When fatigue set in, they didn't count the miles left. They celebrated the miles already conquered. When doubt whispered, they didn't listen to how impossible it seemed. They remembered all the impossible things they'd already done. Maybe today your steps feel heavy. Maybe the road seems endless. Maybe you're wondering if it's worth it. Let me tell you, it is. That family you're fighting for, they're worth every sacrifice. That dream in your heart, it's worth every sleepless night. That person you're becoming, they're worth every struggle it takes to get there. This isn't just about finishing, it's about who you become along the way. Every challenge is carving patience into your spirit. Every setback is teaching you resilience. Every moment of waiting is developing perseverance that will serve you for the rest of your life. The muscles you're building now will carry you to heights you can't yet imagine. So take that next step, make that next call. Push through that next obstacle. Don't look at how far you have to go. Look at how far you've come. Don't focus on how tired you are. Focus on how strong you're becoming. Don't count the reasons to quit. Count the reasons you started. The finish line isn't just some distant point in the future. It's in every choice you make to keep moving forward. It's in every time you get back up after falling down. It's in every moment you choose hope over despair. You're not running toward your victory. You're already living it with every act of courage, every decision to persevere, every refusal to give up. Remember this, the last mile of the race is always the hardest, but it's also where legends are born. It's where ordinary people tap into extraordinary strength. It's where you discover that you're capable of so much more than you ever believed possible. So keep going, champion. Your finish line is waiting. Your victory is coming. Your story isn't over. It's just getting good. Every step you take today is writing a testimony that will inspire others tomorrow. Every ounce of effort you give now is building a legacy that will outlast you. The crowd may not be cheering yet, but heaven is. The applause may not have started, but it's coming. The ribbon may not be in sight, but it's there, and with every determined step you're getting closer. This is your moment. This is your race. This is your time to show the world and yourself what happens when ordinary people refuse to quit. The finish line isn't just awaiting you, it's calling you. And when you cross it, you'll look back and realize every painful step was worth it. Every tear was necessary. Every struggle had purpose. Now take a deep breath, wipe the sweat from your brow, and take that next step. The finish line awaits, and it's going to feel so good when you get there. Keep going, almost there. Just a little further. Your victory is closer than you think.